Morning students, standard 6, subject science, chapter number 2, the living world. Last period we learned about various properties of living things. In this period we learn about the responsiveness to stimuli and movement. Living things acts various ways when they responding to stimuli. Acts various ways. Then respond, stimuli are the new words for you. Then with the help of some events, we learn these words for these concepts. For example, when you enter in cow shed, what happens? The cows and buffaloes are stand up. They begins to move. Some are moving. When you enter in cow shed, you see these activities done by the cows and buffaloes which are present in cow shed. Then these activities means the movements shown by the cows and buffaloes. These movements or these activities are the response given by cows and buffaloes. And for this response, which is the stimuli, your entry in cow shed is the stimuli for them. And due to the stimuli, the cows and buffaloes, these activities or movements to give the response to your entry means to the stimuli. Then in case of plants, creeper plants lean towards the support. The creeper plants in poor terrain leans towards the support. When you are playing on a playground, there are some electric poles or some trees. When you are going to play on playground, observe neatly. The creeper plants, there are some creeper plants. They lean towards electric poles or trees and climb on that supports themselves. In that example, the support of electric bolt or trees is the stimuli for them. what is the response? To lean towards and climb is the response given by creeper plant. We see one next example. Place a potted plant in window. Place a potted plant in window and observe it after 2 or 3 days. What are you seeing? The sunlight comes from the window, and you see that the tip of the stem of plant turns towards window, means towards sunlight. Sunlight is stimulus for the plant. And what is the response? The growth of plant towards the sunlight is the response to that stimuli. About these activities, show the movements, means the plants are also doing some movements to respond the stimulus. From this, the living thing move to their own accord. Own accord means it is not necessary to say to do this, means the own accord. Second thing, movement or change taking place in living thing. At such a time, is there response to stimuli. From this, we study that response means activity done by living thing. Stimuli means the changes occurs in surrounding of living thing. Then what is meant by the responsiveness to stimuli and movement? See here, the ability response to stimuli. Plant as well as animals response various stimuli in surrounding. Then we learn about the responsiveness to stimuli and movements. Every living thing has the ability to give response to stimuli. To clear this definition of responsiveness to stimuli and movement, we see about some examples in our day-to-day life. In your school, your teachers announcing the gathering period. Then various activities are done from you. You take parts in playing and singing and dancing and starts the practice of these activities. In that example, the event of gathering is a stimulus to us, and your activities done by you are the response to that event. That is the responsiveness to stimuli, and much more moments are starts from you. For example, in plants, we see that in month of April or May, very high, at afternoon, very high intensity of sunlight. And if you observe a plant or a tree, the leaves of the plants are climb downwards along their veins. And at evening, when you watering the plants and the sunlight is very low, then the leaves of the plants became straight again. Means at afternoon, the high intensity of sunlight is a stimulus, and climb the leaves downward is the response. In other example, when you watering the plant and very low intensity of sunlight, water and low intensity of sunlight is stimulus for plant leaves, and the leaves are spread become, means that is the response given by the plants. Then find various activities in your life and note down which is the stimulus and which is the response.